As I'm making this video, ReZero Season 3 literally just dropped. The first episode is an hour 30. Hey, but before I watch that episode, I have to make sure I'm caught up and I remember every single thing that happened because this show has been going on for some years. This is going on for a good amount of years. I'm not gonna lie to you. For us to get caught up on ReZero Season 3, we're gonna be watching a recap video that pretty much tells us everything we need to know for Season 3. If you guys want to watch my reaction to ReZero Season 3, I know you wish it would be on this channel. I'm sorry, but it's not. It's on Patreon. It's an hour 30. If you guys want to watch my full uncut reaction of ReZero Season 3, the entirety of the series as it drops weekly, every single Wednesday on Patreon, I promise you. You'll be able to see it. You'll be able to watch early access videos, full uncut videos of any series that I drop. Then I'm gonna have a full hour 30 uncut reaction on there. So is there anybody else from the outside that's gonna interfere with this? Oh my gosh, what's going on? Please don't, please don't, please don't. Don't. Oh! But if this video does get enough love, I will react to the opening and ending of ReZero. They haven't dropped yet because, you know, they want to drop an hour 30 episode. But when those two drop, if this video gets enough love, I will be reacting to the opening and the ending. If you guys haven't already, please make sure you guys like the video. I appreciate it very much. Also, subscribe. I'm on my way to 1K. You guys got me past 500 so freaking fast. So thank you guys so much. Later in the week, we're gonna have Don, and we're also gonna have Blue Lock, okay? And Blue Lock might have a little special guest. You know what I'm saying? A little special guest. This channel about to get going. This channel about to get momentum. You type Tommy, you know? If you guys want to be here for Don, Blue Lock, ReZero, any of that, so subscribe. Just subscribe. That's all I'm trying to say. Just subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Much love. And with that being said, you like anime, I like anime. Let's watch together.
With 8 years having passed since
8 years? I remember ReZero Season 1 pretty well.
This is Subaru. All the things that usually
I feel so bad for this man. So bad.
He has no powers,
he's gone through
no
it.
special privileges, and no allies, and simply appears in a new world with the clothes on his back and a smartphone. Unfortunately, it's not as forgiving of a world as a certain other smartphone isekai as the first
smartphone isekai? No, isekais be having anything, bro. Vending machines, slimes, nigga, soda cans, type Tom, and you know anything. Soda, I promise you, look it up.
Why is this insignia important?
Now.
It confirms Amelia's candidacy in the royal selection.
Yeah, so she stole that. She ended up
the next ruler of Lagunica.
How do you lose that, bro? That's like the most important thing you need to have in your like holster, and you lost it. Amelia, yeah.
So it's here she introduces herself as Satella, which, as we know,
I was gonna say Amelia's her actual name. That was still crazy to me. She was like, "Yeah, my name's Satella," and then he called her Satella. Oh, but that was in a different lifeline. I remember now. My bad.
End up in the slums where they come across Old Man Rom's loot house. Then both meet a grisly death at the hands of a
yeah, the series over. Bye. Like
returned by death, and his first trial with it is to recover the insignia. The reason I say trial is because, as we find out,
I know you died, but you want an apple.
This was a power Subaru was
all the
forced to
pain.
get accustomed to, as the loot house proved to be rather exactly so 2 more. There was 1 more to Elsa in a deal
death counter.
Once again to the thugs right after.
To the thugs. Died at Lacey's community, bro. Terrifying. That's tough.
Reinhardt, who might as well be God himself, eager to prove himself, all while getting acquainted with a brand new cast of characters.
Ram.
So there's Roswell, Lord of House Mathers, his two mates, best girl Ram and her sister Ram, then the great
I want to see Ram and Ram so badly.
Library Beatrice,
I'm locked in. I remember.
After 2 sequences of
back-to-back slice of life, and then they die.
Subaru is led to believe that there's a
someone killed him
in the house to try to scope out the mansion from a distance.
He did that and then ran into
the shocking betrayal of
ran into oh my gosh, my heart was broken when that happened. I was like, good joke, good prank. He goes through so much, like F all the physical stuff emotionally.
Then Subaru has a full-on mental breakdown in the loop after that. It all led towards this pivotal moment with Amelia, since nothing heals quite like a good lap pillow.
No cap, hey, like bro, I'll take that anytime, bro. Take me back 3 years out there. I'll take it anytime. Oh man.
Beatrice becomes more acquainted with the person always invading her library.
Beatrice is cool, bro. Beatrice is so dope.
Demon-like monsters created by the Witch of Gluttony. They were being controlled by Melee,
like all of this I remember
from season 2 is a Mobbeast master.
Now, isn't that the child?
You may think,
bro, I'm so lost. I'm so glad I'm watching this because all this I remember. All this I remember is season 1. Bada bing, bada boom. Once we get into all the witches and stuff,
he decides to accompany them to the royal capital, where
good
all candidates of the royal.
See, I remember all
the
this.
Honorable Valkyrie Krush, the great businesswoman Anastasia, the Sun Princess and bloody bride Priscilla, then the former thief and slumdog Felt. Each have their own personal knights too, who through one way or another.
The only one I don't know is the night face guy.
Here though is Julius and the rivalry he creates with Subaru.
Yeah.
You see, After sticking up for Amelia,
what's you guys' favorite moment in this show,
Subaru
bro?
had
I'm trying to think what my favorite moment is.
everyone
I mean,
present.
okay, well, the Rem
It was
love
Julius
scene
who
was
then stepped
amazing.
up to put
Honestly,
Subaru
I'd
in
definitely
his
shed a
place.
tear.
He instead doubled down on everything he was saying, digging deep.
Stupid. Like, why, bro?
We're sitting in. Subaru challenges Julius.
Just keeps
anyway.
yapping, bro. Just keeps
then
yapping for
humiliated
no reason.
leading to this growing sense of self-loathing as he's left behind in the capital.
Oh dear, bro.
Fast forward through some sword
So
training
sad to
with Wilhelm,
see.
a few discussions with Krush about the royal selection.
Oh, yeah,
then
he went to,
one
like,
glorious lap pillow
each,
with Rem, and that's
queen,
when
princess,
we get to the
whatever.
next set. It was after Rem sensed trouble and Krush reported suspicious activity
part was
that
this?
Subaru decided he would go back to the manor.
Is this the well hunt?
regardless of-
Jeez.
Subaru then freezes to death, is kidnapped, mentally tortured, then frozen
That was crazy.
and proceeds to seek out help.
They haven't talked about her and what's the little cat. It was a cat, right? I'm pretty sure it was a cat. What's the name? What's the name of the cat? Every time I think of a cat, I think of Happy, and it's not Happy. I know that, bro. I know it's not.
Humiliated by all of them, then commits to doing things solo. Finally pushes Subaru to reveal return by death.
Yeah.
Such a choice kills Amelia right on the spot.
Oh my
forcing
God.
Subaru to restart by any means necessary. After
Yo,
begging
that's
Beatrice,
crazy.
then Beetlejuice
The fact
to
that he
kill
can't
him,
talk
it's
about-
Puck who freezes him to death for a
Puck.
third time.
Puck.
Baron decides,
Bro, Rem was
maybe
there
Rem
the
is
whole
good enough for him.
time. The whole
It
time.
leads to the best episode of anime I've ever watched. and the
Ever.
overall redemption.
Please, I want her to come back
So,
so badly,
Subaru's
bro.
then
No,
Krush
she's
and
fire.
Anastasia,
She's a
setting in motion
fire,
a plan
what
which
it's
would
called.
help.
Fire princess
They would
or whatever.
defeat the proceed to wipe out Betelgeuse. The first
Yeah, that
major
guy's
diplomatic
wildin',
move
crazy.
Subaru. He likely didn't realize it at the time, but his role in all this would cement his position within the political landscape. It had earned the Amelia
Everyone was
faction
like,
several
yeah,
new
you're
allies
locked, bro.
as well
Because he was the
from
one that was
imminent
like
demise
facilitating all
against
this.
the
Like he
Witches'
knew it was gonna
It
happen,
had also
obviously. So
improved. The battle with the whale had highlighted Wilhelm's tragic past, while the
his
rest
wife,
went towards
that was
Subaru's
very
redemption.
tragic.
Subaru did meet one hiccup along the way,
Oh my
but that
gosh.
just helped to make sure they could take out Betelgeuse for good in the next loop. A
Jeez,
joint
the whole-
endeavor Julius and Subaru took on together. It's after that his feelings and loyalty are both made clear, finishing
Okay,
off the
it's
season
dying
with their
down. Yeah, I was about to say this
emotional
this feels like a season ending.
laying the groundwork for a more intimate relationship to be built next season.
I don't think
Before
that
we
happened.
can talk about that though.
Did
there's
it?
a few key
Wait,
events
yo,
from
am
this
I
season
not
that
locked?
should
Am I
be
not
known
locked?
for
I swear to God, I didn't. I remember the kiss, but I don't
Obviously,
remember like
the
maybe it was just
biggest
one
since
timeline that
this is
happened.
after
Oh
all
man,
the-
this is where I need to
So,
lock in.
aside
Chat
from
lock.
Amelia being
Not streaming.
There's Anastasia, the one bringing them all together, making us
Yeah.
wonder what it is that she wants from them. With her flair for business and manipulative tendencies,
You know, she's very
it's more than
manipulative.
likely whatever
Straight
it is
Vanessa.
she's planning has
I
her
can
come
make
out
that
on
dough
top.
stretch. I can teach for that.
Her motive
Yuck.
for ruling is simply out of greed. Next is Subaru's closest ally, Krush, but
Yeah.
her incident in Season 2 has left her at a disadvantage. Where she was once a frontrunner for her noble and pragmatic attitude,
Yeah.
the loss of her memories makes her far less threatening.
Oh, she lost her memories.
faction
Dang.
is still shrouded in mystery, since
Yeah.
while her
Sorry.
attitude makes her seem hedonistic at first, to me it seems like there's an additional layer beneath that.
There for
I
sure
can't
is.
quite pinpoint what it is, but the belief in her own superiority makes her by far the most confident candidate.
Okay.
Finally, we have the last minute
The last one,
edition
Felt,
Felt,
which we know
who
already.
with the backing of what's pretty much God himself, probably has the
God
strongest
himself. God dang.
faction.
Get off it.
She's also supported by the people of the lower class too, making
Because
her
that's
the
where she came
most
from.
disruptive candidate.
Am I bugging? Is there not like a lot more that happened? Isn't there like a lot more that happened? Like a lot more that happened? The sanctuary. See the whole sanctuary part. Like that was the part that I was like I needed, man. This video right here is made by Gateway to Anime. Thank you very much.
Sloth and the ability to use the unseen hand. Our boy is
Oh
getting
yeah,
stronger.
okay. See that
Subaru
other
finally
video.
manages to save the day and is
Wow.
reunited with Amelia, to whom he apologizes and confesses his love to.
Yeah, this is the
Season
stuff
2.
I need to know. Season 2, let's go.
The party are attacked on the road by two more Sin Archbishops, Liebate
Archbishops.
Chaos of Gluttony and Regulus Cornelius of Greed. They fight valiantly, including Rem using her demon powers. But the power gap
Golly.
is too much.
Okay.
Lie's witch factor power is that he can consume the name and
Yuck.
memories of his opponents, which essentially erases their existence. Not dissimilar to one of the White Whale's
Is
powers.
that how Rem?
Used on Rem, with neither
That's what
herself
happened to
nor
Rem.
anyone around her remembering who she is. This leads us to the Sanctuary arc.
This arc was good, but I need to remember more.
So Beatrice tells Subaru to seek out a place called the Sanctuary. On the way to the Sanctuary, Subaru is magically teleported to a grassy field by Echidna, the witch of
Echidna.
Greed.
He didn't talk about Echidna
Echidna
once.
wants
That's so
Subaru to
crazy.
partake. He reluctantly obliges and drinks the tea she's provided, which she then says is actually her body fluid.
What did she say?
This is one of the
Kinky, freaky frog.
including creating clones of a caretaker named Ryuzu, who still
Yeah,
presides
okay.
over the
Yeah, I remember
sanctuary.
that.
Someone like Amelia, who's a half elf and half human, must pass what's called the
She had to go
graveyard's
through a
trial
test.
in
Yeah,
order to
she
leave.
kept going through it, I remember.
Subaru quizzes Echidna if his return by death has any limitations. She explains that his power is based on the intense delusion of Satella, the Witch of Envy, who bestowed the power upon him.
Okay.
Therefore, so long as these delusions persist, so will his deaths continue to reset.
The delusions
There's also an important
persist.
moment with Echidna where Subaru is able to reveal his power of return by death.
That was so
Over
crazy.
what?
Yeah. Like he has not been able to say it to anybody, because if he says it, he dies, or someone around him dies, and he makes him die. He was able to say it out loud and yell it out, and then he kept yelling it, because he's been keeping it in for so long. That was also a very powerful scene.
Well,
Very powerful scene.
Subaru, she divulges that she's been watching him all along, and invites him to disclose everything he's experienced to her. This is the first time we've seen the big bad in this way, and the sequence contains
Witch of
some of
Envy?
my favorite sound design in all of anime.
I stay do. Isn't it just like I love you, right? Isn't that just what it is? Is the Witch of Envy Satella?
Echidna offers Subaru a
Not be
contract
stupid, I'm
where
sorry.
which causes the other witches to arrive and warn him against it.
The witches meeting. Okay.
So
Yeah.
this arc essentially boils down to 3 major plot points.
Thank you. What's up?
Subaru trying to help Amelia to pass the graveyard's trials.
Subaru to help Amelia. Yes.
Repelling the Great Rabbit, one of the 3 great witch beasts, from attacking the sanctuary.
Yeah, because they kept coming back to kill him.
And finally, thwarting an attack on Roswell's mansion where Rem is being cared for.
Okay, so he was trying to do 3 things at once, because the mansion was being attacked, and he had to make sure it doesn't get attacked. Okay. Thank you for breaking it down like that.
So this time, by none other than Elsa the Bowl Hunter,
Elsa, yeah.
is by enlisting Beatrice's help.
Yeah.
Beatrice has been bound to the library for 400 years.
Jeez.
Bitter and restless as she waits for a promised day when a person will arrive and bring her salvation.
It's supposed to be
much
him,
pleading,
apparently.
Beatrice to break her contract with Echidna to aid in the fight against the Great Rabbit.
She broke her contract to do that?
Twist,
Wow.
It's actually Roswell who's been orchestrating the attack on the manor and summoning the snow, which leads to the Great Rabbit.
Which
attacking
leads to
the
the rabbits
sanctuary.
killing him.
He's become aware that Subaru is somehow looping in time. Roswell has created a situation where Subaru has to choose between the people in the sanctuary or those at the mansion.
And
Subaru
that's
makes
why-
a bet with Roswell that he could save both the sanctuary and the mansion.
That's...
If he does so,
Yo, Roswell has so much power, and what like, I don't even understand how he can do that. He's making it so the weather changes and snow comes, so the mob happens on that side, but then also attacks the manor. I think that's separate, right? I believe that's separate. So
Roswell must fully support him and Amelia while she strives for royal selection. If Subaru loses, Roswell will kill everyone dear to him and trap him in a loop.
fuck no, baby.
Amelia's
Yeah.
failing to complete the graveyard's trial, but it's here
Yes.
as she regains her memories.
She remember. Okay, yeah,
But
I
we learn
remember
more about
childhood
Amelia's
flashbacks
backstory.
and stuff.
Subaru enlists some allies to take down Elsa the Bowl Hunter at
What's
the
his
mansion,
name?
as
Tell
well
me
as
his
the Great
name.
Rabbit. But despite their efforts, the mansion itself is burnt to the ground, with Amelia's recovered memories helping her to pass the graveyard's trial, and
Good.
Subaru and Amelia sharing their first kiss while he's helping her do so.
My dog.
Great
Fire,
Rabbit and Elsa
fire, fire, fire.
defeated, Subaru wins his bet with Roswell, who is now sworn to support Subaru and Amelia. Season 2 ends with Subaru being knighted and Amelia ready to advance in the royal selection.
Okay, thank you very much. That was a way better, not better, but you know what I'm saying, a more detailed description of what I needed to hear, bro. Because I needed to hear all about the sanctuary, because I remember that was like a mind-boggling, like every single episode. This show is difficult to keep up with, if you guys can't tell. This is it's very detailed, very thorough in its lore and its plot. So it's like, if you miss on one thing, you were like 3 steps behind type Tommy, nigga, and I was 15 because, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. That was recap for ReZero Season 3. I wasn't talking much because I was kind of like, you know, taking in all the information and stuff like that. I hope that was okay with you guys. Like I said, if this video gets enough love, enough likes, maybe I will react to the opening and ending. If you guys want to watch my first episode reaction, which is going to be an hour 30 plus, because you know, head over to my Patreon, look on Biscuit Plus, if you guys want to watch full uncut reaction, early access videos, all the sorts. Go to my Patreon. I appreciate it very much. Make sure you guys subscribe. With that being said, it's Look on Biscuit, and I'm out.